Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Princess and I welcome you once again to Sexuality Corner with Dr. Princess. Okay, as we were talking about, we're going to look at some few facts. Contrary to popular belief, perpetrators of sexual abuse are well known to the child and to their immediate family, which I've established with the example I gave of just using a particular family unit. And that's, I'm going to extend that example now to say, okay, to the school, the class teacher, maybe the assistant, so a bit of some management level of the administration of the school. Sometimes you do know that in your religious setting, whether it is church or mosque or your temple, there's accessibility. Like, remember we said access. Who have access, the Sunday school teacher, their home lesson teacher who comes home to teach them, go to the academic and work with them, the sports teacher, the coach. Are you getting it now? Who comes in to teach them? Music teacher who teaches them piano lessons or different other instruments. There is accessibility is what we have established. So these are people that you, as a parent or guardian, you do know. Caregivers, you put your child in a daycare center, of course, you know them. I mean, somehow, whether you're paying for the services or not, there is an interaction of familiarity, and the children are accessible to these people. So that's basically your driver, your workers, sometimes even your employees or your colleagues have access to your children. Your very close friends. Some children is the godfather, is the godmother, all those positions, the pastor, the imam, the Arabic teacher. I mean, I'm just using that just to mention that community of people who you are familiar with. So that is really establishing that fact that they are the ones who molest children the most. Over 90% of reported steps to how the process of sexual victimization occurs, with children. So we said number one, I've mentioned 7, but now we're taking the first one, which is the approach. So it is to know that sexual abuse of children, molestation, is an intentional act. The person has the intention to molest the child. So it is planned. Forgive me if I keep using he. Maybe I just say the person. The person, because we've established that the person can be male or female, can be young or old. So, and the victim, the child victim, can also be male or female, can also be young. And when I say young, I'm saying anybody below 18 is children. So we're talking about children, can be in the minor or the pre-teens, or of course, teen stage. So it is intentional. It is schemed. There's a planning of how I'm going to go about this, and then it is to know that the first requirement is that the offender needs to have access to the child alone, together with the child alone, to be alone with the child in a particular location. So that is it. And we've talked about accessibility, knowing that in some communities we're very communal. So we have this extended family, extended family relationships, and we have communal, our community, my neighbor, is close to me, So we and children, and even we have a parable that says when you are carrying your baby in your womb, it is your baby. But once you have put to bed, it's the community that helps you. It's your child, not just you. So you will begin to see that what I'm talking about is accessibility. But it is, first of all, to be alone with the child. And that happens a lot. People have the access to be alone with children. In the home, at school, in the school bus, at church, in the mosque, studying their rooms for their Arabic lessons, doing their home lessons. They're alone with their tutor who's going to be talking to them on the table. Nobody sees the hand, nobody knows what's going on. So many things are happening. Yes, indeed, maids are left with children, even your siblings, your extended family, and you're asking yourself, sometimes it's the father, yes, who does molest the child, for the male or female. So fathers molest both male and female. Mothers too do molest their children. So it's just crazy. It's just a crazy world out there, and then you wonder, who will the child be safe with? But the essence is having access to be alone with the child. So some of them have to induce the child to be alone with them, while some, like I said, in some communities, it's just easy access. You're alone in the house with the child, so the child is even given to you. Let me watch with my child. I'll be back. You know. So some of this, even in some cases, strangers who are outside family context are the offenders have become acquainted with the mother of the child or caretaker and may offer to spend some time with the child. In sports, a trip to the zoo, or do some free home lessons for your child, as we have seen in some real cases that we have seen. Okay.